There's a rhythm to our concentration. This is also worth learning. Often we cannot concentrate, not because we are not trying. It is because we are trying too much. Our brains, our minds are continuously engaged from morning till night. It is like as if I have hands, I have legs. Just because I've got hands, if I keep grabbing different things, uh, I will get tired. Just because I have legs, if I keep on walking around here and there without sitting down, I will get tired very soon. We never do that. That's insanity. But with our minds, we continuously do that. We are constantly thinking, not consciously, not deliberately, just mechanically, habitually, our minds are churning on. They're going on and on with a variety of thoughts out of control. So, what he recommends is this is what we see in the lives of great spiritual teachers also. There is a rhythm to our lives. If you see the life of, say, Vivekananda, you see the life thousands of years ago, the Bhagavan Buddha, we see something similar. There is a period of engagement in Buddha's life. If you see the daily routine, he comes out, he teaches the bhikshus, he meets the visitors, is engaged in transmitting knowledge. But there are 3-4 times in a day when he withdraws completely, away from people, away from the monks also, to sit under a tree and go into deep meditation. Swami Vivekananda, as you mentioned, he was here in the World Parliament of Religions. And by the way, this Vedanta Society where I am, it is the first one. It was established by Swami Vivekananda himself in 1894. When he was here in New York, more than 125 years ago, 130 years ago, the people who saw him, they noticed it. I was just reading yesterday the reminiscences of Cornelia Conger, who was a little girl in Chicago when Swami Vivekananda came, and he stayed in their house with her grandfather and grandmother. And she was a little girl. So she would run up and talk to Swamiji, and Swami Vivekananda would tell her stories about India, all those things she remembers. But she also remembers, at times, he would be unapproachable. He would sit quietly in meditation, and that such an aura of seriousness and depth that we would be afraid to approach it. Here, there are nice accounts of Swami Vivekananda here in New York. How every now and then he would be quiet, sitting quietly in his room, absolutely absorbed inwards in deep meditation. So this rhythm of external engagement and withdrawal. Meditation is a very good thing, or it could simply be take a walk in nature or just sit quietly, not what we normally do for relaxation. This is an important point. This problem was not there in Swami Vivekananda's time. What nowadays, lot of people, not only students, especially students, but also others, what is relaxation? Oh, I am browsing on the internet. But what is this browsing? What are you doing? I don't know. Going from one thing to another thing, very damaging for our concentration. It instills a very bad habit in the mind. Why is it so attractive? Why is it so easy? Because it mimics the natural movement of the mind. The natural movement of the mind is to go from one thought to another. So I am reading something, then it reminds me of something else, and that reminds me of some work that I have to do, that reminds me of another person, then some worry comes back, or some hope, expectation comes, and my mind has gone off. Now, mind goes from one thing to another, jumps from one link to another. The internet, the way we browse on the internet is exactly like that. It goes from one link to another, and it mimics the movement, the scattered movement of the mind. That's why it's so easy to get lost in that. So this is one thing, that when you relax, when you withdraw from engagement, it is better to sit quietly in meditation, do a little pranayama, let's sit quietly, maybe repeat a mantra, or just take a walk in nature, or just listen to music. Change the occupation, what you're doing, change it to something more relaxing, something which makes you more introverted.